to call the meeting over. Please call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke.
Here.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Here.
Commissioner Darren Indemino.
Here. Will everyone please rise as you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we have one addition to the agenda. Mickey?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. We would like to have the council vote tonight on a non-interest bearing account. This account will be used to place seized evidence from the police department. So if we can put that on the agenda and have a motion later on in the meeting.
Okay, I propose we do that as a first item under new business.
Okay.
I have no objection.
Okay?
I'll move that we approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? That's pretty easy on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to public comments. If anyone wants to make public comments, 3 minutes, be respectful. Okay, hearing none, we'll go on to regular business, consent agenda. Have the commissioners had time to read the minutes?
I have no changes.
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. All right, let's go on to old business, the second reading and consideration of ordinance 9133. Staff comments.
Yes, this is obviously the second reading and approval of the budget for next year. Just a couple of comments about the budget. We have had our work sessions with both staff and with the council. We distribute a workbook to the council, and it's got all the information in there. Certainly willing to take any questions. This budget is impacted by last year's wage study because there was adjustments that were needed, and so this budget is impacted by that. We've also had some staff turnover and some staff retirements this year. That'll be reflected obviously as we hire new people in this budget. We've been able to do some realignment of staff, which was good. One was our park superintendent. It was in the codes. We moved Larry Howard from a park employee over to the park superintendent, and we're making great progress. Our parks have always been great here in Monett, but we're making even greater strides under Larry's leadership. This last year, we had to look at the infrastructure of our internet and our network for the city. And that was an expenditure that will continue to be the major capital improvement for next year. That's reflected in this budget. So that is really the capital improvement item that we're looking at and focusing on this year. As always, there will be budget adjustments as things come up. There will be budget adjustments within this coming year's budget. We had some of those adjustments this last year. You're sitting in a room that was a budget adjustment where you all as council were gracious enough to allow us to remodel this building. So we appreciate that. And then I think that's all I have unless there are questions from the council.
Has there been any changes since we did the first reading?
No.
Okay. Do you have any motions for a second reading on ordinance 9133?
I'll move that we have a second reading on bill number 9133.
Second. Call roll.
Need to do a second reading.
Take the
Call.
vote and then, yeah, take the vote and then.
Mayor Randy Burke.
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Indemino.
Okay, will the clerk please do the reading of 9133 by title only?
An ordinance adopting a budget for the city of Monett, Missouri for the fiscal year beginning April 1, 2026 and ending March 31, 2027.
Okay, second reading. Any comments from the public?
Good evening. Mickey, could you address the question of whether there are any cost of living raises across the board for the city employees.
Is council okay with me addressing that?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes, there are cost of living. This budget was built on, there's a couple of factors in this budget. So we did annual reviews with all of the staff. The entire staff was given an annual review. We built into the budget a 2% COLA, cost of living, and then a possible 3% performance evaluation percentage that supervisors could give their workers. The average came out to about 4.66 as for our staff. The caveat here is we've had some labor negotiations this last year. They will not be eligible for these raises. They'll be eligible for the raises that are reflected in their labor agreement. So that's kind of where we're at with the personnel. So overall, we budgeted 5% with the understanding that we would do performance evaluations. And again, I'm very glad to announce that every employee has had their evaluation. So.
Well done. Okay, any more public comments on the budget? Gary?
If I may, I'll say that all our department heads in our city have done a stupendous job of working with finance and their budgets, their payroll, their equipment, and more. It's been a very, I'll just say, it's been a very flowing year as far as numbers went. We've learned a lot. Myself being a new council member of almost 2 years already, have a better understanding than I did last year. The city has taken strides. We put a lot of important things in place, and I want to commend you all, you department heads, and all included with the budget for 2026 and 2027.
Flowing, you must have got your paddle.
He is.
Okay, further comments? Okay, do we have any motions on ordinance 9133?
Move that we approve bill number 9133.
Second. Call the roll, please.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Aye. Okay, second reading and consideration of ordinance 9134. Staff comments?
Mr. Potts?
Sure. So this is a rezoning, thank you. This is a rezoning petition, staff recommendation to rezone Callan's Addition. This is a section of the city that is part of the original town site of Monett. It is east of 13th and Kyler. The entire district is industrially zoned, and this is a petition to rezone it to commercial. A large number of the properties in this area, as a matter of fact, all of them are industrially zoned, and therefore the single-family residential homes, some of the multifamily are effectively permitted non-conforming. So this would basically be upzoning to a commercial use, which allows people to rebuild their home, do what they would like to with their property, and avoid variances and things like that through the Board of Adjustment. There is only one property, currently existing property, that would be effectively grandfathered in based on use, but it would not necessarily prohibit them from doing what they're already doing with the building. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Grandfathered in as industrial or?
Yes, so in other words, they're an industrial use, so with the commercial rezoning, they would effectively be permitted non-conforming, but they have no intention of changing their use at this time.
Or basic rezoning to reflect what's there.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, do I have any motions for the second reading on ordinance 9134?
I'll move that we have a, excuse me, second reading of bill number 9134.
Second. Call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Yes.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Okay, it's the second reading. Any public comments on this one?
She needs to read it and then.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please read the ordinance.
an ordinance approving the rezoning of Callan's Addition.
Okay, now are there any public comments? Okay, hearing none, are there any motions to approve 9134?
I move that we approve bill number 9134.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Aye.
Okay, we'll move to the addendum that we discussed. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a note from Chief Dowd, and staff is in support of this. Monett Police Department would like to open a non-interest-bearing checking account with First State Bank of the Ozarks located at 106 East Cleveland Avenue, Monett, Missouri, 65708. This account will be utilized to hold cash that is seized as evidence and found property. The money will stay in the bank until it is determined to return to owner, victim, state, or federal partner as appropriate by case. Best practice is evidence is to be held, cash evidence is to be held or stored in a bank if it is held more than 3 days. They have conferred with both finance director for the city, myself, and we are in support of this motion.
Okay, I move that we move forward with the police bank account at First State Bank of the Ozarks for seized evidence. Do I have a second?
Second.
Call the roll.
Oh,
you have
just a question. Operationally, are we going to be setting this up as tracking it by case? Or how are we going to divide up the assets that are in that account if there's multiple collections?
Chief, are you here? Come on.
There it is.
You can either come there or come here.
Yes, sir. All items are identified by case, whether it be found or collected anyway, and that's identified by ownership or destination. And then that is all tracked, incoming, outgoing, and then rectified at the end of the year.
So we'll be tracking that?
We
Or
track it internally.
Okay, so the
And then-
bank doesn't have any sub-account type accounting?
No, it's
Okay.
one account goes in, we'll bill it all out independently going in, it'll be documented in records.
And this will be an ongoing use and not short, this is long-term use,
Now,
not
this is very long-term. We should have been doing this before, but this will be the long-term plan from this point
Yeah,
forward.
very good.
Following best practice.
We expect to have more with the dog units coming online in 1 June, right?
That is exactly correct, sir.
All right, very good, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All right, call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Aye. Okay, next is first a reading and second consideration for approval of ordinance 9139.
Okay, Mr. Potts?
So yes, this is a first and second reading of an ordinance that is time sensitive that has to do with the recent reapproval by the Planning and Zoning Commission of the Phase 2 of North Hills subdivision. There was an issue that was discovered with a gas regulator belonging to the Monett and Arkansas state line that could not be moved. So there is one particular lot, it is lot number 267. Its width needed to change from 102 feet to 97 feet. So just one lot to basically go around this gas regulator that cannot be moved. That was approved for or recommended by Planning and Zoning at last week's March 5th meeting, and the preliminary plat obviously needs to be reapproved by City Council again in order for items B and C on the agenda to proceed.
So we're really just moving that one road, the entrance on 17th Street, north by 5 feet.
Effectively,
It's
yes.
either that or cut off all the gas between here and all of Berry County, right?
That would be not good. Yes.
All right. Now, do I have any motions for the first reading of ordinance 9139?
Move that we have a first reading of ordinance 9139.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Aye.
Will the clerk please do the reading by title only?
an ordinance for your approval of the updated preliminary plat for Phase 2 of the North Hills subdivision.
Okay, do I have any motion for a second reading of ordinance 9139?
I'll move that we have a second reading of bill number 9139.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina,
Aye.
All right, since this is second reading, are there any public comments on this ordinance?
Reading first.
Did we not do the reading? Oh, we got to do the second
Second.
reading. Okay, yeah. First and second readings, sometimes I get confused. Do the second reading, please.
an ordinance for approval of the updated preliminary plat for Phase 2 of the North Hills subdivision.
Okay. Are there any public comments on this ordinance?
Question, this monitor Does it connect to the pipeline itself? Does the pipeline run under the road, or is it all underneath the subdivision?
I believe it's all underneath the subdivision. It's part of the gas line, which, yes.
Yeah, so it's under their the subdivision's, the developer's property. It's not under the city street.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
It's in the
If I may, go ahead. It will cross the street with easement. It will cross the city street.
Okay, all right, so it's more, it's a problem.
It was gonna cross the street regardless. We had to get easement from Spire. We just had to move it because the way the alignment, it aligned it directly with the gas regulator station
Yeah.
on the southeast corner of the property.
Yeah.
But the street that you're talking about, Jake, is the street that's within the subdivision,
Within
and
the
this
subdivision.
pipeline is going to be perpendicular to the
Correct.
street. So it's going to be parallel to 17.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right, any comments by council?
No.
No.
Okay, let's call the roll. Or I have any
And
motions?
move that we approve bill number 9139.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Okay, first reading consideration for approval of ordinance 9140. Staff comments?
This is this is the time-sensitive approval of the final plat. You just approved the ordinance number 9139, the preliminary plat. So this is the final plat for Phase 2. This is, once again, a time-sensitive issue. That's the nature of the first and the second reading. This is possible to be done because we actually do have a signed letter of credit, as well as the approval of the city engineer in lieu of, obviously, he is not here. But with these documents in place, it satisfies our code to be able to move forward with the first and second reading due to the time-sensitive nature of the approval of the final plat
Okay.
for Phase 2.
Have any motions on the first reading of ordinance 9140?
I'll move that we have a first reading of bill number 9140.
I'll second.
Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Aye. Okay, second reading for the approval of ordinance 9140. Doug, have you thought of anything else in the last 10 seconds?
She's going to read it.
Oh, read it first. I forget, Kelly. Go ahead. Read it first, title only.
an ordinance approving a final plat for Phase 2 of the North Hill subdivision.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing to add.
Okay. Have any motions to do a second reading of ordinance 9140?
I move that we do a second reading of bill number 9140.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Aye.
Okay, could you do a second reading by title only, please?
an ordinance approving a final plat for Phase 2 of the North Hill subdivision.
Okay, this being a second reading, any public comments? Any comments from the council?
Done.
Now, hearing none, do I have any motions for approving ordinance 9140?
I move that we approve bill number 9140.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Aye.
Okay, first reading for consideration of ordinance 9141.
This is very similar to what you just passed. This is a ordinance, first and second reading, time sensitive for Phase 1A of North Hill subdivision, and very similar to my just recent comments. The city is satisfied with what we have in hand for the approval of this ordinance.
Okay, do I have any motions for first reading of ordinance 9141?
I'll move that we have first reading of bill 9141.
Second. Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Aye.
an ordinance approving a final plat for Phase 1A of the North Hill subdivision.
Okay, do I have any motions for a second reading of
I move that we have a second reading of bill 9141.
second? Call roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye. All right, please do a second reading, title only.
An ordinance approving a final plat for Phase 1A of the North Hills subdivision.
Okay, this being a second reading, are there any public comments? Commissioners?
No.
Okay, do we have any motions on approving ordinance 9141?
I move that we approve bill number 9141.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Okay, first reading of ordinance 9142, staff comments?
Yes, the city attorney's not here tonight. She will be here at the second reading in April, at the April meeting. This is a directive by council at our last meeting where we were to bring an ordinance concerning the question on the ballot. It has been pointed out to me that there are some Scrivener errors. In some places it says April 6th, in some places it says April. But we can get that corrected prior to the second reading of the ordinance.
Yeah, there was another one that had an October date.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
section 6.
Have any motions on the first reading of ordinance number 9142?
I'll move that we have first reading of bill number 9142.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye.
Please read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance of the City of Monett, Missouri, directing that the question, shall a commission be chosen to frame a charter, and the list of candidates for that commission be submitted to the voters to provide for the initiation of the process to explore whether Monett should become a constitutional charter city. And directing that the question, shall a commission be chosen to frame a charter, and the list of the candidates for that commission be placed on the ballot for the local election in April of 2027 to the qualified voters within the City of Monett, Berry and Lawrence County, Missouri.
Good job, Kelly. Very good.
Okay, we'll go on to the next item. First reading of ordinance 9143, staff comments.
This is the follow-up to what you just heard the first reading. This will establish the 13 commissioners for the writing of the Charter Commission is what it would be called. And again, this is first reading tonight. City Attorney will be here next time. If there's any Scrivener errors here, we didn't find them, but if there are, we'll make sure of that. Is it the dates still? Okay, yeah,
Okay, let's fix the dates.
yep.
I had sent those to City Clerk. So, she has them.
Did forward it to Holly too.
Good call. Yep, yep. And there's also a spelling error in the title of the 9142 commission. It's misspelled.
Okay, first, you have any motions on the ordinance 9143?
I move that we have the first reading of ordinance, I'm sorry, Bill 9143.
It is an ordinance.
It's not an ordinance until it's passed, so it's a bill.
Yeah.
Second.
Is it a bill or an ordinance?
It's a bill right now. It will become an ordinance after the second reading.
Okay, I'm going to say ordinance because that's what's on the case
Right,
paper.
yeah.
I'm not that quick. All right, call the roll, please. What?
No, we're good. Call the roll.
Call the roll, please.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye.
And we need the first reading.
Please do the first reading, title only.
An ordinance of the Monett City Council calling for the election in the City of Monett, Missouri on April 6, 2027, providing for submission of the question, shall a commission be chosen to frame a charter, and if passed, elect 13 commissioners for the Charter Commission, setting forth the rules and timing of filing for the election of Charter Commission, designating a time of holding said election, prescribing the information from the ballot to be used, and authorizing the city clerk to give such information and notice of said election to the county clerks of Berry and Lawrence counties.
First reading of ordinance 9144, staff.
Mr. Potts?
Sure, this is an ordinance correcting a very minor error in the city's code at 405.8080. There is an omission of a word. The working in working days is omitted. And this, like I said, it's a very minor thing, but it does have major ramifications in the sense that if there is a small time frame where effectively a item could be brought before the Planning and Zoning Commission without the commission ever meeting. Very, very unique situation, but it's important to correct this error because it has major ramifications. So simply the changing of the code from days to working days within 405.080.
So what we're really talking about, there was a possible loophole, this fixes.
This fixes the loophole.
Okay. All right.
And does it give it Monday through Friday bearing, or is it 7 days in a week?
It's working days, so effectively business days, yes.
For clarity, thank you.
I'll move to get the first reading for bill number 9144.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVito.
Will the clerk please read the ordinance by title only?
An ordinance approving the modification to the wording of the City Monett Code Section 405.080 to correct an error of an omitted word from days to working days.
Okay, reading and consideration of resolution 9145. Staff comments?
Yes, there's been several conversations between Commissioner Gaspar, myself, Larry Howard, and the YMCA about the cost of running the swimming pool, the outdoor swimming pool. They really were hit hard at the raising of the minimum wage to $15. So in your packet, there's a spreadsheet that comes from the YMCA. That's the numbers that they've worked up. After staff conversations, in fact, Mr. Howard and I went back out to the YMCA just to get some clarity on the agreement. There were some things in the agreement about city staff, cutting some of the grass inside the fence. We cleaned all that up. I think it's a good agreement. It's been in place for several years. It does cost to run the swimming pool, and I believe this is just a good partnership between the city and the YMCA. Staff is recommending that we go ahead and pass this resolution.
Okay, any motions for the approval of the resolution 9145?
I move that we approve bill number 9145.
Second. Call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVito.
Aye.
Okay, reading and consideration of resolution 9146.
This again is a dialogue between Commissioner Gaspar, myself, and Larry Howard, our park superintendent, and actually Randy Graham, who is now our clubhouse director. Randy's done a good job at the clubhouse. It has been the tradition that we bring pricing to council. It's my recommendation that we not do that anymore because there needs to be some flexibility in the pricing, and we've got professionals that can help us and guide us in that direction. We've got a commissioner oversight for that. So what this resolution does is it gives the authority to a governing body, the commissioner that's assigned to the parks, the park superintendent, and the clubhouse director. And that way we don't have to bring this before council anymore. The resolution will set that, and they can begin to set the pricing, and that can be done before the season really kicks off. We're there anyway.
So this, what it does, I have no problem with it. But do we have seasonal rates, between summer and winter, and allows that then the flexibility to do that?
I think it's gonna give them flexibility. Randy's fairly new. He can watch the trends and what do we need to do. We're listening to the participants at the golf course, and Mr. Howard is doing a great job tracking all of that. And it gives us a lot of flexibility to make our golf course an amenity that people want to come to in the region.
That also gives us flexibility if we want to give a discount to the BFW, correct?
That would be the governing body's decision.
Okay. All right. But any discussion?
I had conversation with Mr. Howard. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk to you, Mr. Gaspar, but I've asked the questions. Unifying this moving forward. I was the early commissioner of the golf course last year. I'm very happy with the way things have moved forward. We've showed progress. We've grown grass. tremendous amount of stuff that we want to attest to the working body of that golf course. So I have no problem with this either, so.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, they have done a great job.
All right, do I have any motions on approval of Resolution 9146?
I'll move that we approve Bill 9146.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg.
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gasper.
Aye.
Commissioner Davina.
Okay, down to informational items. Anything to add, City Administrator?
Yes, I want to focus on one item tonight. We've had staff working on what we're calling Clean Street, and we're trying to really beautify the city in our specific areas. Police has been involved with this, community development, fire department, public works department, code enforcement, myself. We gather once a month and just kind of go over the numbers of what we've done in certain zones within the city that's helping us to clean up the city. And we're making good progress. At our last report session, these are just a few of the numbers, but the fire department has flushed 94 hydrants so far. They've painted 94 hydrants to date. They had to stop because of the weather, but I think they've got coveralls now and they're gonna go back out and hit it again. I think they've even got some of the football team that's gonna help them paint some of them. The Public Works Department has trimmed trees that were blocking signs so that the signs are more visible. They're looking at sidewalks that city's responsible for. We're not responsible for all. Sign replacements have included speed limit signs, child at play signs, no through trucks, school bus signs, dangerous intersections. They've fixed a lot of those. They've widened some areas. They replaced 55 no parking this side of the street signs, which we do that in-house. They've also figured a way to do stop signs in-house, which is saving the city a lot of money. Dave Dunn was very happy about that. I'm even more happier about that. We've gotten reports from our police department. We've got vehicles on the street that are being tagged, and now they're being moved by citizens before we have to do follow-ups. So the police department is just doing a great service to the city. Those roadways, when they get blocked, it becomes a public safety issue with our fire trucks and other vehicles. Reports from our community development, we are seeing a lot of code letters go out. Mr. Potts has changed the process. It's a much more customer-friendly process. People are getting more warnings, and they're self-correcting some of these code violations without him having to come back and issue a true violation to that. So we're seeing progress, and I believe we're doing a service for the citizens as well as our whole community, beautifying the town.
Nice work. Appreciate department heads. Nice work. Work together. And I will tell you, when I go to the beauty parlor to get my hair cut, which is about every 6 years, or 6 months, that's where I get the most comments, quite frankly. They appreciate that. Question, purple and gold fire hydrants? Are we?
Just around the school, Mayor.
Okay. All right. So, but they get to stay purple and gold?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. All right. What else you have?
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Let's go down to, I don't have anything on the departmental reports. We'll meet at working session here on the 26th of March, probably in this room. That'll be at 9:30. And our next regular city council meeting will be on April the 9th, 6 o'clock, right here. Council comments, I want to say one. Larry, I went by the soccer fields today. They're the best I've ever seen them look. All right, so nice work there. Really appreciate that. The other thing that happened this week was, I think in Windows, that Liberty had to take down the electrical power for all of Monett. I was in on the conversation. I want to tell you, I was sitting on the couch and my wife went into a phone call. Right after she started the phone call, that's when I got into the text. And then 30 minutes later, she came out and I said, hey, there's going to be a power outage tonight. She said, I know. So good job coordinating, and a good job, Mike, getting the word out. So I very much appreciate that. Okay, other comments?
Yeah, no, I have.
I have none.
All All right, do you have any motions to go into closed session?
Okay. I'll move that we close this meeting into closed session now. Council will convene into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 RSMO subsections 1, 2, and 3 to discuss legal matters, real estate, personal matters. In attendance, I'd like to request the city administrator, city clerk, and HR.
Second.
Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Joe Coates.
Commissioner Ken Gessler,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVina.
Aye. Okay, thank you all for coming.